Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. And with that, boom, right into our intro.
You're listening to Echoes of New Eden podcast. Kill you, then I'll pod you until I get my sultry action. Sultry action. Sultry action. Sultry action. Echoes of New Eden podcast. Kill you, then I'll pod you until I get my sultry action. Sultry action. Sultry action. Sultry action. Kill you, then I'll pod you until I get my sultry action. Sultry action. Sultry action. Sultry action.
Coming to you live from the C-137 Citadel of Ricks and MXX, welcome to the first annual Rambo Roast. And now, your host for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Rick.
That's right. It did not age well, but I like how that starts out with the boom. Kuwari coming in, and I'm the only host tonight, Taylor Rick. I'm not coming to you live from the Citadel and MXX, nor am I in C-137 anymore. So a lot has changed since we made that little recording for everybody. That was probably 6 months ago now. I mean, that had to have been like December or something. It was a long time ago. Since then, all the way up until now, a lot has changed, as we all know. It's so much that it's so I feel like we've all been honked a little in this game over the last 7 months. So will we ever have a Citadel again? That is the ongoing question. We'll see. We will see. All right, we got a lot going on tonight, a lot to cover, and of course, me being the only host, it's going to be a fast show. Sorry, Rambo. I know he loves his 3-hour-long podcasts. I know he loves hanging out with all of you guys. I know he couldn't make it tonight. He's actually hanging out with Nihilist. I'm not going to say where. Phoenix, whatever. We all know where they live. So he's hanging out. He'd rather be with that guy having like the best steak and whiskey on God's green earth. And I got to say, I can't blame him, even though I'm loving being here with you guys. So good for Rambo, having a nice weekend with his wife, hanging out with Nahi, all the fun. So with that said, it's just me. A lot to go over. We're going to go over the dev Q&A as always. We're going to go over the favorite kills of the week. We're going to be talking about my favorite kills of the week anyway. I have one specific. It's almost a public service announcement at this point. We're going to talk about the Cyan Sea and Supers because that ship is everywhere at this point. I think everybody got one except for me. Then we're going to talk about the Cyan Sea Cup in the update, which that's a tournament, if you didn't know, between corporations. It's like a corporation clash. It is a corporation clash, but it's a tournament that's been going on. And the first 2 fights happened today. I've got all the updates from those. It's actually kind of interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised that I'm interested in it because I've never cared about the corporation clash, whatever. So we'll see. Then we're going to talk about all the goings on in the South and in the East and in the West. where it seems like things are happening all over the map along those areas, like Meow is taking a bite out of Fountain, for instance. And at the end of the show, we'll wind up with the CSM letter to the devs and how that's going, and an upcoming tournament from the CMS. All that and more on tonight's episode of Echoes of New Eden. I have no idea what episode number it is. I know it's season 3. Rambo doesn't even count how many episodes there are. I don't keep track of it. So I'm just going to say it's episode 69 of this year. So there you go. Fact check me, somebody. Go count them, because that's what you have to do. Not a damn one of them's numbered. So, with all that said, how is everybody feeling tonight? We all good? Ready to go? Yeah, exactly, Red. Exactly. Perfect emoji. So, maths, it's really hard. Yeah, just count. I don't want to do that, Daras. I don't want to do that. You go do that. Somebody else do that. I'm not in the mood for it. So, it's counting. Let's get into, exactly. Let's get right into the dev Q&A, because this always gets me going. 516 to 522 this last week on the Dev Q&A. First one up. We are grateful for the Advanced Cruisers release, and my question is, when will NetEase release the new advanced ships for the frigates and destroyer class? Also, do you have plans to rework the destroyers, or why not add faction destroyers and faction battle cruisers? Might be a thing, but these will be a big game changer. Lancestock comes back and says, thank you for your inquiry. While we don't have any plans to rework destroyers at this time, we do have plans to release advanced frigates and destroyers. We appreciate your feedback, and we hope you continue to enjoy playing Eve Echoes. Now, a couple things about that. Over the last few weeks, we know, and we've heard several times now from the devs, even in that dev Q&A they did a while back, that even though they had this update over the last few weeks coming, where we got the faction cruisers, we got the Navy issue and fleet issue battleships, and then of course we got the Cyan Sea, even an update telling us about supers incoming. They've even said that there are some other smaller ships that are coming down the line. So, and as we've learned, I don't know how many times now, over and over again, when the devs say that something is coming, they actually mean it's coming. They just mean that there's some sort of unknown math, algorithm, whatever behind it to what soon always means. It's never the same thing twice, just like we figured out that small ships is anything smaller than a capital, and large ships are anything larger than a battleship, and capitals are also capitals. And when you go to Starbucks and order a venti, you're really ordering a small. Anyway, so as we are, this is what it is, right? So cool. I'm happy about that. More frigates, more destroyers. Good time. Not even breathing hard. I don't even know what you're saying. I can go on all night, Dara, just like that, full speed. But I'll take a breath. Okay. How do you calculate the insurance value for capital ships? For example, the Cyan Sea has market estimated value of 44 to 45 billion, but an insurance value of 178 to 179 billion as a whole. Why is there such a large difference? I wasn't reading all of the comments, Dara, that's why I missed the joke. First off, before I even read what Lancelot has to say, if you go and look at what it takes to build a Cyan Sea, insurance values don't just pull right off of whatever the market prices are. Otherwise, that would be kind of crazy, because people sometimes go and sell ships that they're dumping for next to nothing. So you could literally impact your own IP by dumping things if you wanted to. So instead, they go off of the market estimated value of all the materials supposedly that make it up. But let's see what Lancelot says, because who knows? They could say something totally different for all I know. He says, thank you for reaching out. The insurance value of Cyan Sea is determined by the estimated price of the manufacturer materials. Boom, there you go. The blueprint, reverse engineering materials, the manufacturing fee. Since the material prices is still not steady, we currently use the initial price set by the system, but after regular maintenance and the trading volume of materials increases, the insurance value for Cyan Sea will change. This calculation method applies to almost all tradable and manufacturable ships in the game. So there you go. Easy answer to the question. Other words, dude, it is what it is. They don't want you they want you to IP it if you spend a hell of a lot of money for it. Otherwise, they just want you to buy it again, which you can do. So more boxes. All right, next one. Hello, have you considered adding the encounter refresh timer to the shortcut icon like the industry, skills, and planetary resource shortcuts? Considered adding the encounter refresh timer to the shortcut icon like the industrial. Do they mean the shortcuts up at the top? Is that what they're talking about? The shortcuts that are up at the top of the screen, like the 4 you can pick? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure, but that's what. Okay. Okay, and this Lancelot comes back and says, "Hey there, this is an excellent suggestion, and it's definitely something we'd like to implement. We've always looking for ways to improve the player experience. Your suggestion is very helpful." Yeah, Lancelot, find ways to make all these guys in high-sec islanders just continue to stay there. It just drives me nuts. I can't do that, guys. I won't do high-sec islands or even, to this day. I'm gonna try to count in my head how many missions I've actually ran like off of the missions page, and yeah, one. That's it. I don't do. Maybe I've joined in some other guys' fleets when they've had those. Maybe I've joined in other guys when they have those purple missions. I've done that, sure, but I'm not a mission runner. I am not a high sec guy at all. This is not my thing. First dumb question. Drink, yeah. Unfortunately, tonight, this episode is not brought to you by Corona or Modelo or Heineken. I'm drinking Propel. So, gotta hydrate. 2 days in a row out in the sun all day long, working on the yard. Okay. Memorial Day weekend. Who needs a vacation? With the introduction of intelligent nanocores and AI features, upgrading purple nanocores into gold comes with the restriction to repackage them and convert them into different ship nanocores. This also includes the exclusive special nanocore, CyberX, Neon Rain, Sleeper. Somebody, for the life of God, please don't repackage that and instead take that and make it a golden core. What the hell? Now that there are new ships and constant rebalancing of stats of ships, this gives those who worked hard to get these nanocores and those bought the nanocores with real money deep regret when they convert them into gold nanocores. Is there any plans to allow repackaging of these nanocores and allow them to change it into a different ship nanocore? Lancelot comes back and says, "Thank you for your suggestion. We have heard from many pilots who share the concern with you. We are expanding the range of nanocores that can be exchanged. However, as this process involves many entries, we are taking gradual steps and trying to make sure that any changes we make are carefully considered." As in unbalancing or pushing things one side or the other, I would imagine too far for a core. But I don't... constant. Yeah, once in a year constant. I mean, the April balance patch wasn't a balance patch, was it? It was just some mild... I mean, we've had bigger updates on a random Wednesday any time of the year than we did that April balance patch. Anywho. I think that's it for the two. That one. Yep, okay. We're going to go right into a quick review of this week's patch notes, which were pissed me off. So obviously underneath optimizations, the evaluation thing, whoop-de-doo. Number 2, optimize the ship movement logic and remove the restriction on placing capital ships in cargo holds. Yes, because we all needed to have a repackaged Thanatos in an Anshar, or whatever, a Ray. We just, everybody was screaming for that. But I'm glad we can put those into jump freighters again. Because is it even small enough to put into a jump freighter? I bet you have to have a nanocore on the jump freighter and something to get the cargo hold up. Yeah, Staros, okay. So, I mean, that actually gives me ideas. I kind of like the ideas I'm having now that I think about it, but whatever, cool. I remember specifically the patch notes where they made that not possible. So I'm not sure why they specifically made it not possible to do and then turned around and made it possible to do. Maybe Tom was having an argument with Jerry. I don't know. Benzie bitch. That's probably what it was. Actually, no. It's some random dude in Void who's also named Benzie. Then the big bug fixes came in. Fixed an issue where Fiend and Adrestot, whatever, and the ad had incorrect high slot attributes. Okay, the Adresta, whatever the fuck it's called, is bad enough already, and you took away a high slot. That's not the part that pissed me off. I knew it was coming, but the Fiend, man, I really wanted my 5 high slots. In fact, when I loaded it up after the patch, my 5th medium rapid was still there, and it was a medium, just medium missile. It wasn't a medium rapid. My fifth one was still there. It was all red, and I'm sitting there going, I should just leave that there for like forever and not unassemble it. Fucker wouldn't let me undock until I did. Anyway, so that part kind of makes me mad. Fix an issue where Rex did not drop after destroying capsuleer outposts. Okay, that would kind of suck. I don't know what Rex, but just the box to loot. I don't know. Fix an issue where the damage value shown on weapon tips. Yeah, we had all kinds of damage issues, DPS showing incorrectly, all kinds of weird things that were going on. So, not even to do with capsuleer outpost, but the weapon tips anyway, and everything else. Actual damage values, not only what you're hitting, but also what your actual DPS was showing to you in your fitting screen. All kinds of issues, and they don't really go into all of that, but they just say this one time, and that I guess means everything. Fixed an issue where freighters were unable to enter capsuleer outposts. Yeah, before one of the updates, you could put a freighter in. Now I guess you can put a freighter back in, but I don't know if that means jump freighter as well. I hope so, because before they screwed that up, you could take a jump freighter and dock it into an outpost. In fact, I even had that as a trivia for the Duo Omega giveaways each week. So it was kind of interesting that they went back again. Maybe Benzie bitched. I don't know. Now, what? Fixed an issue where freighters were unable to enter capsuleer. Yeah, I read it. Isn't that what I said? Am I, like, slurring my words or something? Red's going to tell me what I'm doing. Everybody's going to tell me what I'm doing. And yeah, I have to look down here because I've got that up on screen. What's in my water? What, am I all hyped up? It's Propel. Oh God, here comes the large afterburner jokes. Am I talking too fast for everybody? Can you not keep up? This is just me, man. All right. Fixed an issue where fuel had a chance to vanish on its own. Yeah, that's nice. Kind of like all the fucking fuel you stole from us after a patch a week ago, out of all of our outposts that all had to be restarted. I mean, yeah, we got 1.5 million water for that. Everybody saw that, right, in their emails. That's nice. Did you realize that 1.5 million of heavy water was clone bound? Good job. Good job, NetSleaze. Fixed an issue where Science carrier shields effect appeared at the wrong location. Okay, we have all those weird little things that go around NPC stations sometimes too, so that's good. Fixed an issue where some capital ship NPCs had excessively high damage. If you have suffered any losses from this issue, you may apply or review in compensation through our customer service. Fixed an issue where some capital ship NPCs had excessively high damage. Oh God, did someone die to rats? Yeah, it is Gojira, yeah. Oh, Lord. That is the short patch notes. I heard a rumor, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard a rumor that one of the things that's coming, maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks, is going to be the a patch for the corporation tech tree where the member, or maybe even just in the game period and not in the corp tech tree, update for how many members can be in a corporation. We were supposed to get that last month. We were actually supposed to get that, I believe, like the end of April. We were supposed to get that during April, and then it got pushed back into May, and then this new corporation tech tree stuff came out that everybody's scrambling on for building things, and it wasn't there. So apparently that was a mistake, but that's just the rumor I'm hearing. We'll see if it comes true. So, and ships, naming, and containers. I was told, I don't know how many times that we would see that this month, and we never saw it. So, but it's still coming. It's just been pushed back. I mean, look at all the things they dropped this month. They dropped a lot. I would say 2/3 of it I would have rather had the ship naming and containers. But, I mean, I do like the Science. I have to say, I do like the Science. I am very surprised how much I like that, which of course means that it's probably an indication of what the super carriers are going to be, right? And I believe that's June 7th when the super carriers come out. I kept being told the 1st by some of the moderators, but it's June 7th. So not this upcoming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. Now, they might have some sort of an announcement about it and everything with it next week in June 1st, but then do the actual release of the next patch. Who knows? Who knows? And then at some point, the Science C is going to go off the market where you can't buy it or get it in the stores. So that'll be a sad day. Prices are spike and go nuts. It'll be crazy. It'll be wild. Anybody have any thoughts on the incoming super carriers before we move on to talking about the Science C Cup update? Science Swipe, I like that. That's very good. That's very good. I got to show everybody that. Yep. Yeah, everybody's making money in high sec. Everybody's making money in high sec with those things. And they were used prominently in the Corp clashes that started today in the Cup tournaments. So we'll go through that as well. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Definitely a swipe event. And actually, really, they were affordable, if you ask me. Compared to other things that they've done in the past and how much money you had to spend to get, a Neon Rain Nanocore. Remember that? That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. For what you had to spend this time around to get things like a Fiend or a Chameleon. Not so. Yeah, exactly. Capital cores are going to be a fucking mortgage payment or two. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, something like that. You have to have that many. Oh God. Don't, Shizuka. Don't put that out there. Why would you hurt me that way? That hurts. That's just so painful. So painful. Okay. Payment plans? Yeah, layaways. Can I get a layaway? Price check on L5 for a Science C. Okay, let's get right into the corporation. The Science C Cup tournament update, whatever the hell they call this thing. Science C Cup Corporation Clash Contest. That's what they called it. There's the full thing right there. And not a lot of people signed up for this. I remember seeing that. Where is? I thought Red 1 was on here. I thought Rambo's Corp was on here. It's not Reapers, though. Anyway, I don't see it, but I'm pretty sure. I know that he got talked to about possibly signing up. Maybe they never did. But that's it. It's UEE, Pandemic, Kings, Genesis, Free Deep Space, Sakama Drop, Cerberus Echo, that's CRB if you didn't know, Spanish Inquisition, that's SPY, SPAI, Reapers, Ringworld, Independent Ukraine, Black Screen, that is about 5, Retribution Corp, White Geese, that were Wild Geese, WG, Aggro, and X. Sakama Drop is Saku, Fosh Patane's group. Sakama Drop is, I know it sounds like Sakama, anyway, is a candy in Japan. So, like a well-known candy maker, like a historic candy maker, I guess. I believe on hour 3, I stopped listening to Fosh tell me the story about Sakama. I'm kidding. He's not like that. I'm just kidding. But anyway, that's the list of all the participants. Yeah, Red 1 Reapers. Okay, there we go. I just keep thinking of Winch's group when I hear Reapers, but yeah, there it is. So Red 1 Reapers. That doesn't mean they're going to be fighting against those. So let me go through and tell you who actually fought against who. Oh yeah, I'm going to go to that. Here we go. So here is the groups: CRB versus Pandemic, Kings versus Free Deep Space, Sakama Drop versus Ringworld, UEE versus White Geese, Genesis versus Retribution Corp. That's Ret C. Aggro versus X, Reapers, Red 1 versus Spy, Black Screen versus Independent Ukraine. Those are the competitions. I know of 2 that have happened so far. I don't know if some of these other ones have happened, but I do know of 2 that have happened so far, and I've got the breakdown. So CRB beat Pand, and there's your breakdown of what happened in that fight. So at the end of it, CRB station remaining defense still had 5,400,000 hit points on their station. Pand had 0. That's how they lost. You play, I guess it's like an hour or something like that, and then whoever kills the other one station first wins. So 30 versus 33 on the field. Battle score, obviously Pandemic scored higher on that, 1.2 million basically to 930,000. That is with only 5 losses, though, from CRB and 13 from Pan. So not only was CRB very efficient with their losses, regardless of this battle score, they had 3 fewer players. And, I mean, 5.4 million, shit. I mean, is that like the full thing? Like, their station, did they not even get the shield strip panned? I mean, I don't know what happened there. So CRB wins, Pandemic loses, they advance on to the next round. The other fight was Ret C versus Genesis. Genesis is apparently I don't know who Genesis is. This isn't Genesis Gen, it's Gen 515 is what it actually says, but I'm saying Genesis, whatever. I don't know who these people are. I've never heard of them before. Someone tell me. I don't know. But they won. Genesis won, beat Ret C. Ret C had 31 on grid. Genesis had 28 on grid. Battle score wise, I mean, these numbers apparently mean jack shit. Because Red Sea got 755,000 points, and Genesis only got 120,000. And Genesis lost all 30 of their ships, but still won. And Red Sea lost nothing on their ships, but lost. So, yeah, interesting. I wish I had more breakdowns of that, but here's the betting, but I don't really have any more about the strategies or who did what. There's no recordings of them. I know people are being very hush-hush about how they're doing this and their tactics and everything else, so which I think is great. That's part of the thing about this that I'm actually very interested by. I find it fascinating. I kind of wish I would have signed up my corp, big B1G, but we probably would have gotten smashed because we're just not quite organized on things yet. Especially with capitals. So it's 3 corps coming together as one. We have a lot of things going on. So it's, as always, and we don't even have SOV, so, you know, it is what it is. Lots going on. Here's the rest of the groups. I don't know when, to be determined, so we don't have any layouts there. These are the betting lines that Rambo apparently made some money today, so I guess that means he bet against Ret C and he bet against Pand. Okay, Red One, you're probably going to get spanked by Spy. I would just bet that you could, just for those betting lines you did, I would say you're going to get spanked by Spy. So that is what it is. Now we get to, oops, shit, I think I closed one of them. Damn it. Nope, I didn't. Okay, cool. This is fantastic. If you're not watching the live stream, let me see if I can go and put this over here. Nope, I can't. Yeah, if you're watching the live YouTube stream, you'll see this kill mill. This is a public service announcement that I have for everybody. DLB Corp, I don't know who that is. The pilot's name is Chef Chelios. Badger 2 kill mill. I might be able to post some of this. See if I can go back over here. Can I get it here? Yeah, I can. Okay. I'm just going to post one of these over here into the on-air chat so you can see it. He's killed by VLT, which is very last. Well, someone said VLT, very last trip. Exactly. Dars, you got it. It's not just that, right? I'm gonna get them all because you guys are just gonna shit. This guy lost so much. I mean, pick a nanocore, like a high-end nanocore that you would want to have, and or a box of nanocores that you'd want to open. It's in his fucking cargo bay of this thing. Everything. All right, here they come. I don't know why. This is a public service announcement. Why in the fuck would you do this? I'll put them all together so you guys can go through them and see them. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So on this first one that I'm looking at, he's got a gold skin box. He's got a Coveter Neon Rain nanocore that's gone forever. He's got a box for some sort of advanced ship. I imagine that looks like that's what that icon is for. That's now lost forever. He's got another nanocore box. That's lost forever. Then he's got a Cinnable, a Slasher Ascension, and an Ashimu Cyber X. Those three things are lost. He's got a level 7 sensor. It looks like a sensor. I can't tell what that is. Level 7 GU that's lost. 870 of these level 4 databank things that are used for the Golden Core nanocore upgrades. 67 of the gold compilers. That's the high end. One of the high end. I believe that is the highest end compiler. He's got a purple implant sitting there that's now gone as well. A Praxis Afterglow Death 2 core. You literally can't effing get that in the game. Probably ever again. Not for a really long time. Then he's got 2 chip boxes. So a skill chip of your choice. 2 boxes. Then he's got a Trailblazer option box for another nanocore. I mean, this just keeps going. Then he's got another 187 of a different data bank. Then he's got another Trailblazer box. Then he's got 50 of the Tesseracts for doing the gold core stuff, upgrades. I mean, he's got a Rupture Ascension nanocore. He's got another option box for a ship. He's got C-type two barrel C-type weapons in there. I mean, my God, I don't know why this thing isn't worse at 42 billion. Like just everything I just listed, this should be just insane. So I don't know. Pretty stupid. All that stuff I just listed is very difficult to get a hold of and can all fit in one scepter hauler, which is the second safest thing you can possibly fly in the game. And the first safest thing you can fly is a jump freighter. Those are like almost impossible to kill unless you're a complete idiot, which would be this guy, and would have made it worse. Sorry, Chef Chelos, but you've probably rage quit the game anyway at this point, so you're never going to listen to this episode. Game crashed, I swear. That's right, Mad Devil. I swear the game crashed. It wasn't me. Sorry, Mr. Ossifer. Can I have another Zima? That's a Zima drinker right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a Zima drinker. And if you don't know what Zima is, go look it up. All right. Yeah, exactly, Nessival. Exactly. Scepter Hauler. Yeah, PBR. Okay. Am I being too harsh? No. All right, we went through my favorite kill of the week. We talked about, I don't have any stats. I don't have any screenshots in front of me that I can pull up. But we did hear an awful lot, and you probably saw it in one of Damon Zell's Almost News videos. Meow seems to be taking a bite out of Fountain. They've done a lot through that area. They've reinforced everything that Myth has, it seems. I'm not sure what Meow's particular end goal is at this point. But not only have they been fighting in Fountain, they've been fighting a little bit up in Pureblind. They were fighting down in Catch. They were fighting down in, part of Aquarius. But then they were also fighting over in Catch, just right above Stain, and then farther over into where you can almost get into Pravi as well, taking all of those areas for their own. So kind of interesting. Over the course of the last 7 months, we've seen 2 entities. Well, Meow's new, mostly a Russian alliance, but we've seen them really explode in size and territory over the last several months. Same thing with AOA. The AOA ZRQ SOS group as a whole have expanded across several regions as well. So it'll be interesting to see as the rest of this year, we're at the halfway mark almost June, right? So it'll be interesting to see how these things progress. The map has certainly changed drastically over the last 6 to 7 months, and I imagine it'll change drastically again. You can look anywhere on the map and it's different. There's certain areas where it's the same, like Void, because no one ever goes there. So I just found it interesting. Don't know what their end game is, but okay. Who's up north? I don't know. I don't know who's up north. Let's get into shit. I was supposed to do commercials before I went through 2/3 of that. So oh well. Flying right along. Let's go to the commercials real quick, and when we come back, we'll finish up with the CSM stuff that I know about, and it'll be a very, very quick show. Here we go.
Eve Echoes presents Real Pilots of New Eden.
Real pilots of New Eden.
Today we salute you, Mr. Premature Gate Jumper.
Mr. Premature Gate Jumper.
You follow every command given by the FC, except for the one telling you to stay with the fleet.
I think he said John.
The destination is 8 jumps away, the path is clear, and the target doesn't know you're coming.
I'll reach you there.
Other pilots in the fleet know the scout is moving closer, ready to pounce on its unknowing prey. You passed him 3 jumps ago.
I got scram too.
The FC thinks there's a camp a few jumps out, filled with bubbles, strikers, and brawlers. You, on the other hand, already know it's there.
Shit, that's a lot of ships.
So crack open an ice-cold can of quaif, oh prima donna of the peekaboo, because someone has to feed the animals on the other side.
Mr. Premature Gate Jumper.
Eve Echoes presents Real Pilots of New Eden.
Real pilots of New Eden.
Today we salute you, Mr. Propaganda Reddit poster.
Mr. Propaganda Reddit poster.
You know the best way to make your side look good is to make the other side look dumb.
I love them salty tears.
Battles do not decide the fate of the war. Stats are what truly matters when they're in your favor.
We're winning this war.
You argue your points with well thought out posts and logic. And when that fails, you call them names.
I know you are, but what am I?
The entire community downvotes you and gives proof on how you're wrong. You just hit them back with a wall of text so long that the conflict is over by the time they finish reading it.
Fly races.
So crack open an ice-cold can of quaif, oh commander of the keyboard, because someone has to feed the salty trolls to win this war.
Mr. Propaganda Reddit poster.
I want to know where Bradrick is. I got one more because I just love these things.
Eve Echoes presents Real Pilots of New Eden.
Real pilots of New Eden.
Today we salute you, Mr. No Tank Faction Battleship Pilot.
Mr. No Tank Faction Battleship Pilot.
You fly into every possible battle by the seat of your pants and nothing else.
Balls to the wall.
Taking the fight, you know the secret is that it's not the defense that wins the fight. It's carrying a really, really big stick.
Please don't shoot me.
With your B-type weapons, large newt, predator webs, and all the damage mods you can squeeze into a low slot.
My God, look at the DPS.
Because your account may only be 67 days old, but you fly like a professional wallet warrior, maxing out your credit cards.
Skills don't matter.
So crack open an ice-cold can of quaif, oh gladiator of the glass cannon, because without your sacrifice, the Plex prices would plummet.
Mr. No Tank Faction Battleship Pilot.
That reminds me, what Plex prices? What Plex prices? The Plex is too damn high. We just can't get a hold of it. We just can't get a hold of it. They are clearly not going to fix that at all. We were having this conversation the other day. I think Duraz and I were. I'm pretty sure Duraz and I were having this conversation the other day about where this 20% increase comes from. It's absolutely insane because it wasn't 20%. It went from 4.7 something to 4.8 something. All right, and now I'm guessing maybe 4.92 or something like that come Wednesday morning. But it's insane. Oh, good Lord, that looks. Is that Rambo? Ouch. Rambo in the Arizona sun. Oh Lord. Just now looking at the bottle of that's kind of how I feel right now. I feel a little baked by the sun. So yeah, it clearly left a mark. Gonna bathe in aloe vera. Ooh, I got a story about a girl. Anyway, so where was I at? Oh, the Plex price stuff. Yeah, you got me totally off kilter there, Rambo. Good job. You're trying to slow me down. I will be done before 8:59 my time. So no, they I don't know what they're doing. The numbers on this though just seem kind of screwy, and I think Daraz was saying it's over like several months. It's over like a 6-week period, 8-week period that they get these averages, and that's where the 20% comes from. So yeah, exactly. The Three Beer Show, all right. So you can't place the buy orders. You can't pick up the buy orders. At some point, you're going to start running out of IP. So kind of a tough spot to be in. Honestly, I had one character that I had to wait and wait and wait and wait, one tune anyway, to get I always put Corporation Omega on him. I play him on an emulator. I can't get to him through anything else. So I couldn't pull it up on the phone. I couldn't pull it up on the iPad. He's only on the emulator. Don't ask me how I got into that position. I just did. So I had to wait, wait and wait and wait. And he ran out. He went alpha for about 4 days. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I don't know. I don't see any relief in sight. I don't until the stupid thing is, guys, think about this. As soon as the Cyan C is over and no longer on the market, super carriers will be. We could be looking at another month of this shit where we can't get a hold of Plex, at least not very easily, unless you swipe, right? So unless you go and pay for it. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that needs to be something that's resolved, then just let it go on. I think another whole month of it is going to be too much, but who knows? I don't know how the super carriers are going to be released, so we'll see. All right. Let's go into the CSM stuff. We'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll wind it up if anybody has any other questions. Let me go look and see if I could find the pin. This was the letter that was sent. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there was a letter of an introduction that was sent to the devs almost a week ago now. It's not that long. I'll read the whole thing for you. I believe we posted it over on the CSM server. If you don't have the link to that, I'll post it here in a second after I get done reading it. I think it's important. I would like to see everybody playing this game on the CSM server, giving us your input, so that stupid things like, they had this thing on the main Eve Discord last week where they put up, oh yes, I almost completely forgot about the theft thing, VVV. Yeah, I'll cover that here in just a second. I do have some information on that. So, thank you, Red Knight. I appreciate it. This is why I love the audience in the chat. You guys are phenomenal. This is the best. So, yeah, the video on that was interesting. I got a personal copy of that sent to me by Ozier, so that was kind of fun. Anyway, yeah, that's basically the story right there, Slippy. It was done really well. You're right. So, to the NetEase development team, we wish to formally introduce ourselves as the Council of Stellar Management, CSM, a 10-person elected players representative committee, which has been elected by Eve Echo's player base through an election held in an open Discord, which had the reach of the global server. That's kind of half true. We fully respect and appreciate the hard work and dedication that the development team and community teams within NetEase have done to create a great game and community that we love. As this game enters its 3rd anniversary, we have seen the direction and style of this game evolve. The purpose of this CSM is to engage with the development to help encourage decisions that will lead to content that our community is hoping for, which will in turn result in increased spending and longevity of the players. Throughout the years, we have seen players come and go, which has given us great insight on what influences the player base, as well as their excitement and spending habits too. The CSM draws from all alliances and communities within Eve Echoes, as well as representatives from all time zones to ensure we can best represent the global server. Our intention is to work with developers to promote content that will see the continued growth of the game and help remove the burden the NetEase community leaders have while interacting with the loudest and most toxic voices. We also present the opportunity to better encourage or engage with the community, and particularly the global server, where often language presents barriers, to help engage and explain particular decisions of the development team which could bridge the current feeling of discontent within the player base. All members of the CSM are open to any non-disclosure agreement requirements you may have so that we can start this interaction as best we can. We look forward to your response and working with you. Sincerely, the CSM team. I thought it was a great letter. It wasn't done by ChatGPT like the actual charter was that I did. So it was a good job. They did a good job on it. But that was submitted. We haven't heard anything back at this point, which we didn't really expect to. Slippy, I didn't write it, so that could have been ChatGPT for all I know, or as I jokingly call it, Chad GPT. Try to go back and find this tourney thing. Where was it at? I'm gonna skip to the forward. Here we go. Scroll up, but we will continue to update on that every shot. Every time we see something. So. Just like we've got the corporation or the Science C Cup going on right now, there is going to be a tournament that the CSM is putting on. It's called the Echoes Captain's Cup. Signups are open until June 4th at midnight Pacific Standard Time. I've got a link for the form. I'm going to see if I can copy it and paste it. Yep, copied. I'll paste it in here in a second. If more than 16 teams sign up, we may ask teams from the small corp or alliance to consolidate. If that's not an option, a drawing will occur to determine the final set of competitors. Sign up is, I don't know what the sign up fee thing is, whatever. So the match location will be announced to the team captain on 6/6. Teams will want to move multiple team comps into the area because this is just going to be live right in some system. Matches will be held in low sec. Though it might be something, we'll see where it goes. If we go to nullsec location, we'll have to do something a little differently. Matches will be held 6:10 and 6:11 from 1400 to 1900 UTC. Additional time may be given depending upon delays. I will be live streaming on 6:10 at 1400 UTC one of these matches. So we'll see how this goes. It'll be right up on YouTube. Everybody will get to watch it. That's my only real complaint about the corporation clashes that they're doing now that started today, the Ret C one and the CRB one, is there was nowhere for me to go watch those. That would have been fantastic. Think about a huge amount of publicity going and watching live, but they didn't do that. We'll be doing that on ours. We have the ability to do that, so we will. There's a whole bunch of prizes and stuff that are going to be involved in this. We're kind of updating that as we go in between now to see how many teams are going to be signed up for it. Competition rules. It's a 6v6 format, so each team can field one ship of a given size, frigates, destroyers, cruisers, battleships, in addition to a single cruiser Logi or cruiser Guardian. All right, so we're going with smaller ships in this one. Battleships may not include strikers or navy issues. Okay, so standard battleships. Guardians may be used in their normal slots if they do not fit Guardian modules. This applies to Phantasm, Nestor, Fiend. I don't know why they're putting a Nestor in there if we're going with smaller ships. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Ships that do not appear on the ship tree are not allowed, which is fucking crazy, but whatever. No CNCs for this. God damn, I didn't read all this, guys. They made this complicated. Modules above meta level 7 are not allowed. Modules purchased exclusively from the NetEase store are not allowed. T1 rigs are allowed. All other rigs are not. So it's T1 rigs, no integration. T1 green nanocores are allowed, no regular nanocores. I guess we're going to be checking everybody's fittings before we go into these things. And there's a bunch of match rules. So this comes down to numbers of points that you have in your comp. Frigates 1 point, destroyers 2 points, cruisers 3 points, logistics and guardians 4 points, battle cruisers 5 points, battleships 6 points. So interesting. And where's the point total for the 6-man team? The match. Good job, guys. We didn't put the total points on this. This probably isn't ready for release. That's probably why this is a little... I'm pretty sure they released this. Oh, well. I know, Nessival. I don't see it on the document anywhere. I'll figure it out, and then I'll give everybody an update. Easy enough. It'll get pushed out. Here is the form, if anybody is interested, to sign up for the Eve Echoes Captain's Cup. We'll have 6-on-6 teams. And I was going to give everybody a link to the actual CSM. Might have helped if I pre-read that document in detail before I got on air and talked about it to everybody here. But then again, this wouldn't be a very ricked up episode of Echoes of New Eden if I had prepared. I know. There is the link. Sometimes I talk too fast, Lippy, and I get ahead of myself. So I don't know why it's EPA, CSM. I don't know why we couldn't call that the CSM. I know exactly why, because JD started that server, and he loves the EPA. So he had to come up with something with that. I don't know why. Just kidding. As always, JD just somehow slides right on in there without anybody knowing. That's hilarious. Goosepox. Okay. That is yep, that's everything I got. That is everything I got. Yep, regional janitor for Walmart. My new job. Okay. So I'm going to pull up the info that I don't think there's anything major that I know of already. Usually by now, if we know there's going to be a major patch or update or something coming on Wednesday, we know about it. As I said, I've just heard rumors on the member increase thing potentially happening on Wednesday. The new super carriers might be announced on the 1st, but definitely are coming by the 7th. Those are the next big things to come around. Other than that, I don't have anything else to cover. So fast, short, and sweet, easy to go. And that is it. I'll close out the show and move over to the Talk Channel. Thanks, guys. Oh, the theft. God damn it, Red. Thank you. The theft. Yeah, down and dirty, all right. Let me go back over to my... So it was Yiki, VVV, and it was a hauling scam. So first off, if you didn't realize this, it was a hauling... Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that, Kiza. I don't. Yeah, Kai. Yikai. Oh, Yikai. Thank Yikai. Yikai. There we go. Yikai. Gotcha. I don't know how to pronounce these things. Someone's going to really slap me for that one. I am not. Although I did watch Mob Psycho 100 Season 2 finally. Because I could... Yeah, exactly. It's Americans. Because I couldn't find Season 2 for the longest time. I've only ever watched Season 1. So that and Psyche K. I do enjoy both those shows. Anyway. So it was a hauling scam. I've got a video. Everybody saw this video going around. I will post it here in a second. So everybody's got it. I'm getting the link for it right now. Let me copy this. It was quite hilarious that Ozier wanted to make sure that everybody knew about it. The minute that video was going up, he even sent a signed digital copy to me. I have no idea why he does those things, but he's a little strange that way. Here we go. There is the video. I'm going to pull it up and watch this again. I mean, I will say it was, it's somewhat well done. And, of course, Ruda Schwag is getting ads on his thing. So, good job, Ruda Schwag. I don't like this Robin Hood, steal from the rich, give to the poor thing. That's a little cringy. But It is what it is. 3-minute video with a 1-minute intro. Yeah, I know. It's like I mean, how much of this? Oh yes, and we get Oyster right there. Oyster production. I forgot all about that. He did that logo. That's hilarious. I find that funny. So. Where is the thing where he puts up the total? He put up here somewhere. I'm scrubbing. Yeah, at the very end, of course, right? There we go. Here we go. And they do the yeah, exactly. There it is right there. I was trying to get that screenshot for it, which is the largest theft in Eve Echo's history. 702 billion. That's a lot. Have I ever had anywhere near that much? Probably not. But I do find it hilarious they've got this spreadsheet breakdown of it. Yeah, other than Plex Market Death, it is the biggest theft. You're right, Slippy. Plex Market Death is bigger. But, which I calculated. I did this the other night on the Plex Market, by the way. All the buy orders up, if you pull all of those up and you add them all and just try to see exactly how much is up there right now for buys at any given time, it was like 35,000, maybe $40,000 worth of Plex orders that were up. So, weird. It seems like it might be a little higher than that, but it's not. But then again, it rolls, right? So it's kind of hard to tell how much money is actually sitting there waiting to get converted over into Plex. So it's just a game. Whee! Yeah, he really wants to be Griff Squad or something. I don't know. Slippy. But they got this giant spreadsheet with everything on it, all broken down. Inflated values. A structured docking bay is not 70 million. I mean, it's not. It's not. So maybe if somebody analyzed this sheet that's at the end of this video and went through it, we'd find that it wasn't 702 billion. It was like 586 billion. I don't have the time to do that, nor do I care. It's just interesting. Another footnote in the game, in the history. Yeah, there's that, right? But still. Yeah, 618. But that's the estimated value for the market. I mean, how close is that, right? So who knows? The prices actually don't matter. The price is only what the market's going to bear. You know, nothing in this game is worth anything unless someone's ready to pay you for it. So, yeah, steal everything from everyone. That's part of the game. I know that some people are saying that the guys that perpetrated that should be banned for the theft or the scam. I don't. I know that NetEase has come out before and said that the scams are not going to be tolerated and that those people will get banned. I don't agree with that as much as I don't really care for some of the things. Anyway, I won't get into that. That's politics. But as much as I don't care for one side of the political side of the aisle, I don't think it should be a thing. But it is their policy. It is nonsense. I mean, if you read it, it's like what it's basically how it reads. And if you break it down into simplistic terms, then I'm just a simple Rick, right? So you break it down into simple terms, and it's basically we'll ban you for anything we feel like banning you for if we think it hurt our feelings. I mean, it's pretty much, yeah, exactly. Wheel of names with a yes or a no for the two names, and you're done. That's even better breakdown. Yep. So no clarification for that. And that is the end of it. We went over the hour mark. Oh, no, we didn't. Hour and 10 minutes, but that's with a 10-minute timer. Amazing. Amazing. All right, I'm going to play the outro, or what is the intro that I call the outro. I think it's the right one on the prop mod button here. Yes.